Okay, so this is insane. Candace Owens has 120,000 live viewers. So here, this is insane. Hold on one second.
People owe back taxes. Maybe that's you. Maybe you
Okay,
have
this is
unfiled
insane.
tax returns, or maybe you
Look at
have
this.
filed every year, but you still keep owing.
hundred
Maybe you retired and suddenly got
and
hit with a tax
twenty-two
bill that you didn't
thousand
expect,
four
or you
eighty-two
pulled money
live
from your
viewers.
401k or IRA early, and now the
That's
IRS
insane.
wants its share. However, your tax issue started, the outcome is the same. Your balance is not going down, penalties grow, interest compounds, and many of you are about to owe again for this upcoming tax year with no plan in place. Stop what you're doing and call Tax Network USA. With over 15 years,
Okay. Yeah. So, well, I don't even know what I want to talk about today. Maybe I should not have went live. Okay. What I want to say is, so the topic of today is you should not go to community where you would not be accepted. Like, for example, back in December 2025, Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast went to Hamfest, and when he was not allowed in the first day, there was one of this security guard that said it was a there was one person. I don't know if he was a security guard or someone at MFest that said something like it was a good thing that they did not allow Muslim um, until their conference. One second, hold on. I'm doing something quickly. So, so like I was saying, because the people Myron Gaines, he's a he's associated with the Groypers, the Nick Fuentes, Andrew Tate, um, Candace Owens, and now Megan Kelly. These He's associated with the anti-Israel crowd. And this is where he belongs, not at M-Fest. Now, the reason why Tucker Carlson was allowed at M-Fest, even though he's anti-Israel, he's in the pro-Palestinian side. I think it's because of the fact that he's less crazy than them. Yeah. What I also want to say is the door is also open for Myron Gaines to debate Haba and to debate Haba. He just doesn't want to do it in person because he's not a fan of him. He's not a fan of Myron. He debated Sneeko and he debated Stevie Knight. And people on most of these lefty um, progressive content creator, they can't even debate online. But Haba is willing to debate online. But Myron wants it to be in person. But he does not want to do it in person. You cannot make somebody fly to you who they don't even like. Just like I cannot make Kyle Kalinske go to Temple show. If Kyle Kalinske does not want to do Temple show, it is his choice. So that's the thing. Go to places where you are accepted, not to places where you're not accepted. Um, there's also been report that Tucker Carlson 2028 presidential hot double, which is so. I even made a tweet that we can see Tucker Carlson versus Jon Stewart sooner rather than later. It might be 2028. Now it will depend if the Democrat will actually run a primary, and if they run a fair primary, if he can get the nomination. So Tucker Carlson. Oh, this is cinema shotgun. Every time, you know what? Let's talk about Tucker Carlson. So, Tucker Carlson here. So, this is my tweet. Like I said before, I would like to see him go against John Sawyer in a general election. It might happen sooner rather than later. That's what I said. What else I want to say? Uh, okay, and then there's also been a report that Ben Shapiro gave Trump an A plus, and one of his strike on Iran. The thing is, Trump made the U.S. kind of less safe. I made a short this morning that he kind of did make the United States less safe because um, he overturned one of the Iran nuclear agreements. Now, his reason was it cost a lot of money, but that's what made the relationship between Iran and the United States good was the Iran nuclear agreement, and he ripped that up and during his first term, and then he ordered the assassination of one of the Iranian general, which caused the Iranian to retaliate against the United States. The United States Army. And then and now there's a clip of Ben Shapiro. Let's see what he got to say.
On day one. Okay, fine. No big. Folks, don't fall for the propaganda. Iran is losing. Not barely losing. They are getting scorched, actually. One by one, the leaders of the Islamic Republic are being eliminated. Generals, security chiefs, regime power brokers, all gone. The supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead on day one. Okay, fine. No biggie, right? The regime had a backup plan. They proclaimed his son, Mojtaba Khomeini, an impotent, likely gay, half-idiot mullah, as his successor. Even daddy didn't want that to happen. Well, the problem is Mojtaba has not been seen in weeks, and he may be in a coma. Meanwhile, Iran's command structure is shattered. Their missile capacity has been slashed by 90%. Whatever is left of the regime is throwing a temper tantrum like a toddler. So the real question isn't why Iran is losing. The real question is why so many people in the West are pretending they aren't. Folks, don't.
Yeah. That's a good point, but it does not benefit the United States strategically because prices are going up, gas prices is going up, oil prices is going up. What else? Myron Gaines with his temper tantrum like usual. Let's see.
You're trying to tell me some dumb shit. Shut the fuck up. I hate stupid people. I hate retards. Bro, if it were up to me, you niggas would be in concentration camps. We niggas can concentrate on becoming smarter. But guess what? You're never going to become smarter, so you're going to be a fucking slave. Bro, you niggas better pray I never get some type of power in the government. You niggas are all cooked. All fucking cooked. Oh, you like to drink? You like to be a degenerate? You like to be an alcoholic? All other shit? Get to the fucking barracks, man. What this? We smell.
You know what? Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, but you can never call me fat because me, I'm never fat. I can eat anything and I'm never fat.
Going to be a slave, bro. You're going to be a slave. We need to take retards and make them do something for society. You niggas don't do nothing besides gamble, drink alcohol, and be fucking fat. And there's nothing I hate more than fat retards. And most of y'all niggas are fat and retarded. Fat and retarded. So let me get this straight. You fucking breathe 3 times as much oxygen as I do. You eat twice as much fucking food as I do. And you can't run half as fast as I do. You fucking piece of shit. Go to the fucking barrack. You niggas are cooked. You better pray I never get no power. I'm you niggas. Like, yo, I'm putting y'all niggas in concentration camps. I'm not kidding around. There's nothing I hate more than retarded people and they're fat. You're stupid and you're fat. You're useless. You're fucking useless, man.
But when I find the hypocrisy, his team is filled with fat people and people. His team is filled with like one of his managers, his fat himself, and people don't think Fresh is a very good commentator. He's a good political commentator, or just give good commentary on anything. He doesn't even make people around him better. I think it would be good um, if he if he was by himself as opposed to do the Fresh and Fit podcast with Fresh and all the other staff. But he can't really get himself monetized on YouTube. Okay. Okay, so what was I thinking? Uh, what I also want to say is, I don't think Trump should endorse anybody for president in 2020 for 2028. I think he needs to let people build um, their own movement, the same way how Trump built his movement in 2016. He built the MAGA movement, and then he dominated the Republican primary in 2016, 2020, and 2024, and then he won 2020 and 2020. No, he won 2016 and 2024, but I personally think he won in 2020. So so what I'm so the Republican candidate in 2020 needs to no, the Republican candidate in 2028 needs to build his own movement. For example, if Candace Owens were to run, she's not running. She said she's not running for president. But if she were to run, she will build she will build her own movement of anti-Semite and anti-Israel crowd. The 2020 it would have been historic. It would have been historic because the Republican Party are the party that freed the slave. It would have been historic if they elected its first black woman president, but she said she's not running. So she said in two separate occasions that she would not be running for office. So let's see. So here. So this is the second time that she said she would not be running for office. So here.
Top comments from last episode. Ocean City writes, if Erica runs for president, Candace should run independent so they can debate. Maybe only so we can debate. I have zero interest in running for president. I am so done with politics, but I would be interested in debating or even just conversing publicly with Erica Kirk. I don't think it's going to happen otherwise. So since they're probably just going to be like, no, she's president, like she will have to go through a debate stage. So maybe I will have to meet her there. You guys.
Okay. So this is the second time. So this was like a few days ago, I believe. she said that she would not run for president. So, but what a missed opportunity. And now that I think about it, maybe she could have been the anti-war president. If she believed everything she say, um, we should not be sending our sons and daughters fighting for Israel. Maybe if she was president, she would have found a way to not get the United States involved in conflict. But she says she's not running, so. But man, Myron likes to make fun of fat people and low IQ people. But you can never call me fat because me, I never get fat. And I eat pretty much anything I want. I eat once a day and I do over 200 push-ups a day without getting tired. I do over 200 push-ups a day, like it's nothing. And the hypocrisy for some of these conservatives like him, he said something that you should not be with OnlyFans, but he invite OnlyFans models um, on his show. Freedom of association. You get to associate with yourself with anyone you want. If Myron likes to say that he hates stupid people and he hates fat people, he can work with people. He can get rid of Fresh and get rid of one of his obese manager. I don't even think Fresh is a right political commentator. I'm He doesn't really cover politics, but he's not really a bright somebody I would watch. Someone show I would watch. I don't even know why I went live. Maybe I should have done pre-recorded videos, or I should have just went live via my phone. Tucker Carlson versus Jon Stewart. I wonder who would win if they go up against each other. Would Jon Stewart easily beat Tucker Carlson, or would it be a 269 tie? Because both of them are smart and they're really good debaters. And Tucker Carlson refused to have any interaction with Jon Stewart because he has no respect for Jon Stewart. But if Jon Stewart ever get the nomination to be president in 2020, if Jon Stewart ever get the nomination, um, if he ever becomes a Democrat nominee and Tucker becomes a Democrat nominee, Tucker Carlson cannot avoid Jon Stewart because they will debate each other and they will go up against each other in the general election. So, but if Tucker Carlson go up against Jon Stewart, I think Jon Stewart will win. That's just my opinion. I would not be voting for either one of them, but I think Jon Stewart will win. This is the only this is the only way I can see Jon Stewart winning the general election is if you go up against Tucker Carlson. I might be wrong. What else I want to say? So what I've noticed about Myron Gaines is he hates fat people, stupid people, and he hates the Jews. But there's something called freedom of association where you don't have to associate yourself with people with them. For example, he hates the Jews. He should no longer go to Hemfest. Why? Because it is run by Zionists, and he's not even welcome there. That's the one thing he should do. And the second thing is getting rid of one of his fat manager. And then the third is distance himself from Fresh. I mean, I feel indifferent towards Fresh, and I don't really watch the Fresh and Fit podcast. I mainly watch Myron because I think he give good geopolitical analysis. What I will also say is, um, Okay, what is this? I lost my train of thought. Never mind. I'm just saying there's freedom of association. You don't have to associate yourself with people who you don't like. If Mario hates women, fat people, the Jews, then he doesn't have to associate himself with them. He can start by stop bringing OnlyFans models to his show. Or if Fresh wants to interact with women, he should just not be present. Okay, I think I'm just going to end the stream.